we need India in the peace-building process in Ukraine. He demonstrates his leadership. He demonstrates that he can consolidate the nation. I'm quite happy that, well, you have such logical sequence and stability in the line of the government of India. It's a great news, which we actually going to congratulate one more time Prime Minister Modi and his team for such great achievement, because it's one of the biggest elections in the world, and he demonstrates his leadership. He demonstrates that he can consolidate the nation around his philosophy and his idea to make India even more great country than it exists for the moment. And I'm very much happy that my president just yesterday had a direct talk with Prime Minister Modi, and they agreed actually that we will continue to develop our cooperation, and which is a very good sign that Prime Minister Modi says that India will increase their effort in the peace-building process in Ukraine. So we're expecting that India will be present during the peace summit, which actually will start next week in Switzerland.
You mentioned about the peace summit. I was going to ask you, sir, what are your expectations from the summit in large, and how do you see India's role in it? And have you got any confirmation from India regarding its attendance so far?
Yeah, definitely India will be present. This is what Honorable Prime Minister said even quite a couple of weeks ago. He confirms that India will be present on a summit. But the level of presence will be dependent of the time, logistic and parallel commitment. I'm just quoting the Prime Minister, and it's definitely we need India in the peace-building process in Ukraine, because the India leadership, India presence on the summit will reinforce all of diplomatic forces around the world, and definitely we need to find a peaceful solution, and we need to create the stable and prosper condition in Ukraine.
So just last question on the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. PM Modi highlighted India's people-centric approach to the conflict, and he also said that dialogue and diplomacy is the only way forward for the conflict. How do you see India's role in this conflict so far?
Yeah, let me just a little bit correct you, because everybody knows that it's not a conflict in Ukraine; it's a war of Russia against the Ukraine. So we actually we try to secure our people, and you know that Russia heavily bombarding Ukraine, especially critical infrastructure in Ukraine, and we are very grateful that India paying a lot of attention on a humanitarian support of Ukraine, and so we will continue our new project, and well, I'm quite happy that you have such logical sequence and stability in the line of the government of India, and I hope that we will use this opportunity to increase number of projects in support of Ukraine.